see how to insert a structured data into a file. Suppose let me have, okay, let's see, using a demonstration. Okay, so let me create a new file. Okay, so Control S, file and structure. Okay, so hash include stdio dot h. Then I'm going to, so before creating a main I have to create a struct person. Okay, so char name of 20. Okay, int age. Okay, now int main struct person p. Okay, struct person p. Now I'm going to open the file pointer file star p1. Okay, and then p2 star p2. Okay, so p1 equal to f open. Okay, so let me take a sample 2.txt. Okay, I'm going to open in a write mode. Okay, next I'm going to take p2 is equal to f open sample 2.txt comma in read mode and enter the name and age of a person. Next I will use scanf. So person alias, then percentile d comma p dot name comma p ampersand, right? Ampersand we have to use. So for this it is not required, but here it is required. P dot age. Okay, and then I want to print this detail in file. So f printf. So first argument must be the file pointer p1. Right, so personal s, personal d comma p dot name comma p dot age. Okay, next is f close of p1. So in the file p1 I returned. Okay, next I have to open the file 2. Let's see how to do that. F open p2 is equal to f open of sample.txt w I'm not going to write anything, I'm going to read. So I already opened it, right? So it is not required. So we can scan it, right? We can scan it. So while is not equal to FEOF means what? File end of file. This is like a EOF equal to P2. Right? So F scanf from where? From P2, comma, %s, %d, comma, right? P dot name, comma, P dot age. This I scanned it. Next, what I have to do? I have to print it now. Just give printf %s, comma, s, %d, P dot name, comma, P dot age. So control S. So it asks me to enter the name and age. Before it to execute, start person P. Okay, yeah, it's asking. So name is KKK and age is simply giving 78. Okay, so it will be returned to the file. Okay, right. So let's check the file. So sample.txt. So it is not reading. So let's check with the do while. And so here do. So if I give one 99, 100 is 50. Okay. So this is how you can write students mark. Okay, you can take it. You can read from the file as well. Okay, so now we'll see how to count a number of files. Number of lines in a file. Okay, so how do you check the number of lines? The number of slashes that we have is a number of lines. Okay, the number of space that we have is a number of words. Okay, right? So if you see whichever, right? So whichever is not a space, whichever is not a line will be taken as the character. Okay, right? So let's create a new file. So hash include stdio.h, right? And then create a main function into main. Next, first place, create file star f1. Okay, and then int word count number underscore of underscore words equal to 0, int number underscore of underscore char equal to 0, int number underscore of underscore lines equal to 0. All these three are 0, right? And let us check char c. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a file pointer. Okay, so let's ask the user. Okay, what's the file name? So it should be a char of file name of 100. Okay, so printf, enter the file name. So he enters the file name, that should be scan, right? So scanf %s, comma, file name. Right, next, what is the file pointer? File1 is equal to f open. Okay, the file open will be what? Will be the file name, right? The file entered by the user. So file name, comma, read mode. I'm going to read only. Okay, so if f1, which means file exists. Okay, if file exists, what I have to say? I have to count, right? So how to get each? How do I get each character by character? Using get char or get c. Okay, so get char will take from the console, or get c will take from the file. So ch is equal to get c of fp on f1. Okay, which is not equal to eof. Is not equal to eof. Okay, now we are in doing each line. Open. Once I open, first what I have to check, if c does not say, it's actually c. If c equal to, okay, if c is equal to new line slash in. Okay, increment the count number underscore of underscore lines plus plus. Else if c equal to space. Okay, the number of space. If it is this, then what an increment number underscore of underscore space means words now, words plus plus. So else let me increment number underscore of underscore char. Okay, now you'll understand why we are doing like this. Okay, so after, let me just save it as counting words, right? So after doing that, I give else and def file not found. Okay, and then just print each and slash n number of words is percentile d comma number underscore of underscore words. Next, printf slash n number of cap is percentile d comma number underscore of underscore cap. Printf slash n number of lines is percentile d comma number underscore of underscore lines. Finally, return 0. Okay, let's check where our logic is right or not. Unexpected, yeah, it is not required. Semicolon. So first I need to check how many, what is there. This should ask me the file name, right? I have to give sample.txt number of address file where there is no space. Okay, so let me just open sample with no spaces there. Hello, how are you? Welcome to file handling. So 1 2 3 4 so 4 lines. Okay, and how many words we have? 4 5 6 7 8. Save now. Now let's rerun it. Number of lines is 3. Number of characters 34. Only 4 words is there. No. Am I right? So how many words we have? So even sometimes we have to count a space for line. So instead of giving else if, let's give if condition. Okay, for character. Okay, for character, the ch is not equal to space or ch is not equal to new line. Okay, if it should be and both conditions should be true. It's not or, it should be and number of character. Okay, and if it is slash n, it's fine. And even for words, right? So we can give this copy. You can give our condition here because if I give only a space means it will not take the new line. Okay, that's why we are getting only 4 words. Gap new line it is not reading. So I have to give this condition. Now let's check. What is the error we have? To see. Here to see. Here to see. Yeah. file name sample.txt. Sorry, there is no such file not found the same. Yeah, it is more than, now it is giving more than, but the number of lines is 3. Right? Okay, so we done some mistake. Number of words is 39, it says. Why it is so? If I have space, I can count. Yeah. If it is not equal to, right? Sorry. It should be equal to number of words means what? You should have a space or a new line. Yeah. The 7 words, 35 characters and 3 lines. Okay. So what we have in the sample.txt. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So how many characters are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. But what is the answer we got? So what we can include, why it is not coming at the right way? So we have to check whether our character count is greater than 0. If character count is greater than 0, we have to increment the line count and word count. Okay, so if number underscore of underscore okay is greater than 0 plus line count plus number of number underscore of underscore lines or lines, same way plus number underscore of underscore words, same. And let's check whether it's works fine or not. So even we have to make it use because of this one post increment. We do pure pre increment plus and here to plus and here to plus. Now it's giving proper. Okay, 8 lines and number of characters 35 and the number of lines is 4. So we're not supposed to, in the character we're not supposed to counting space. Okay, that's why it's giving 35. Now if you see sample.txt, we have 8 words. Okay, and we have word count HELLO is 5. 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 3 11, 11 plus 3 14, 14 plus 7 will come as 7, right? The 7. So this is So this is actually 14 now. So hello, 5 plus 8, 5 plus 9, 14. Welcome is 7 and 2 is 6 and handling is 8. So 14, 14, 28, 28 plus 7, 35. Yeah, we are getting the proper output. If you see our output, it's fine. Yeah. So this is how you can perform the calculation. Okay. Now for how many lines are there, how many words are there. Okay, you can also like that how many special symbols are there. You can use ASCII value of it. Okay, and you can add all the numeric values. So we have seen all the topics in C, right? And see, as a programmer, you must know some of the good practices, good coding practices. Okay, give proper name for a variable. Okay, example, don't simply give int a. Okay, suppose if you want to give days, don't give int d. Instead, what you can give, int days. This makes sense, right? So your coding, good coding practice is not that only you can write the program, only you can understand the program. No, it also, because in the future, if anybody wants to see your code, right, they must understand. So you have to write your code in such a way that others also can understand your code. This is what good practice. Okay, right, give a proper name for variable. That's the first one. Okay, and while using a pointers, right? Okay, so be careful in memory location. Okay, memory location of each variable while allocating. Okay, so while don't forget to close the file which you open. This, if so, this leads to resource leakage. Okay, and always give verbs name as a function name, right? It will be easy for you to identify. Okay, right, don't simply give x display. Okay, use domain name. Okay, use domain name. Suppose if you're going to write a function for withdrawing, just give it as a withdraw. It's a domain name for the banking. Okay, and in the same way, deposit, tax. Okay, and then amount, principal. Use domain name in your program. It's a good practice. Okay, right, and use flags for boolean values. Okay, like zeros and ones. Okay, and see the get, test, put as we have seen many functions, right? But always choose which function is safer. If you see f get test is, choose safer function. Choose safer function. F get test is safer than get test. Okay, doesn't need to be very careful. We have a lot of printf, scanf, right? So always give proper name. Okay, and use the syntax. So know the syntax properly. Okay, right? And so use switch case instead of else if. I mean if else if. Okay, so always don't initialize the pointer. Okay, and if you use array, you know that array is going to be a fixed size, right? So avoid specifying the size of the array. Okay, don't give array size in the declaration. Okay, so avoid comments. Avoid giving comments. Why means some people write example um, int d. Okay, and then they write number of days. Okay, number of days. What's the point in that? So instead, if they write like this, int number of days, number underscore of underscore days. The proper naming, right, is good. It always makes your program pleasant, neat, and clean. This is what a good practice. Okay, in a code, right? Don't simply give any name for a sake. Okay, do you keep a name for a baby as a x and y? No, you give a proper name, right? Because the variable that you create is actually it's your baby. Okay, you should not give ugly name to a baby, right? So it should be a proper name to a baby. Okay, so that's why you need to be very careful about when you write a code. Okay, don't simply type as if you type for practice. Okay, and read the given problem, understand the problem carefully. Okay, that's very important. Understand what is the problem given to you. Read the problem carefully. Okay, understand, then write the algorithm before coding it. Okay, right? Next one is, for every code that you write, there is a chance of betterment. Okay, the code that you write is not the final code. Even anybody can come and they can write a best code than what you wrote. Okay, always there is a scope. Okay, right? Look what are the feasible solution. Feasible solution. Okay, try that. Okay, and whichever is best to you, choose from there. Okay, and always uh, remember the basics. That is very important. Remembering the basics is very important, you know. Okay, so you know what is if, what is else, but you must know in which situation you have to apply. Okay, know how to apply whatever you learnt. Okay, always take it to the next level. It's a good practice. So if you remember all these things, right, it will be a very good session for you. And what do you learn? Okay, apply it. Okay, and take online quizzes, right? And if you're preparing for an interview, right, so solve as much puzzles you can, right, and work on the data structure. Okay, learn more about the pointers. Okay, you can write more program, right? So learning the concept alone is not enough. Okay, so you need to apply for it. Apply the knowledge. That's very, very important. Okay, so that's what the industry expects from you. Okay, how are you applying what have you learned? Okay, so that's also a part of your preparation. Okay, see, everything is actually starts from the scratch. Okay, start as a small thing. Okay, so just to create a small program and then you write a very big program. Okay, you cannot straight away write the big program. Okay, so learn what is modularity, learn what is top-down approach, and work based on that. Okay, write algorithm first. Don't straight away go to coding. Okay, right? Write the algorithm first and check whether it works or not. Okay, split your problem. Okay, so learn the modularity. Okay, apply modularity in your code. The another reason for having a modularity is, suppose if you are writing 2000 line 20,000 lines of code. Okay, in that you have 100 functions, right? If you use a modularity, 100 functions means you have used a modularity. Okay, so if one modularity, right, is a bug, you can correct it. It will not affect the other. But if you don't use a modularity at all in your program, right, then you cannot find a bug. Okay, it is very difficult for you to debug. So modularity gives you uh, a, a easy understanding of debugging your program. Okay, so you cannot take a big program and you can check. Okay, so if you have a modularity and if one function is not working properly, you can remove it, and by removing that function, that will not affect the entire program. Okay, so always keep modularity, right? It's like a parts. Okay, if one particular part is not working, you can remove it and you can replace it, right? But if you don't use modularity, right, that's where the problem comes. Okay, so use modularity as much as you can. Okay, use the top down approach. Okay, first look at the problem properly. Once you have done that clearly, right, you can able to write. So without having any idea, how do you write an algorithm? Okay, so algorithm will be based upon the problem statement given to you, right? So understanding the problem statement is very, very important. That's the first step that you're supposed to do. Okay, and write what is your expected output. Okay, what's your expected output and work on it. So all these things will be helpful for you. Okay, and naming also is very, very important. Okay, it's not just only the output. Okay, in future, if you want to add some more features into the existing code, right, following all these good practices will help you to improve the code. Okay, simply you can't do that. Fine, so it always helpful for you. So apply all these concepts in your code. Okay, so you'll enjoy. Even uh, whoever the people looks at your code, okay, they feel happy that this person has written the code very nicely. Okay, so if it written it unreadable form, right, how the people will be understand it. Okay, so that's why you have to make the other people easier. Okay, even in your absence, right? Okay, even in absence, if any person take your code and they want to add feature into your existing code, okay, so the good practice will help them to keep move on. That we need to understand. Okay, right? So you have learned the C, entire C, data structures, right? So apply all those things. Okay, so create a linked list on your own, create W linked list on your own. Okay, so and check how better you can work on it. So you have to play with it. Okay, so the more and more you work with the pointers, right, you'll understand that what is pointer. Okay, so most of the people says that point is very difficult for understand. No, point is very easy to understand. Okay, but the reason is by keeping that as the excuse, right, you're not moving forward. So that's the thing you're supposed to listen. Okay, so uh, always do it well. Okay, so apply. Okay, don't only just learn. Apply whatever you have learned, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.